Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, right. See, today we are going to think about or carry on with an activity which is called as Voice of Innovation, which is quite completely different from the Industry 4.0 kind of a technique. See, Industry 4.0, we went on with the training. So we didn't have much of an opportunity of doing anything other than grooming the people with what they don't have, right? This is one part. But we had all other previous experiences also, like right from conference, contest, and all this publications and all this stuff. And as I was thinking through, are we making the chain complete? There I found, like, the chain is not complete because we are all talking in English, because that was the language on which we were, prompting and, connecting everyone. So, but I found, like, many parts of the world was missing to join. So then I was thinking, like, what makes them not to join, or why they are having some kind of a phobia in getting to join. This is where the input for Voice of Innovation came. See, this Voice of Innovation, I'll move on with the slides so that you people can really understand what I mean and what I talk. 1 second. Yeah, this is the background. Like, when we want to have enterprising ideas are available everywhere. But not only idea has to be made into an activity or a real time. That is where the requirement comes. That is the technical know-how. What I found is there are people as an island of excellence. Some have idea, some have technical expertise. They are not joining together. This is where the thought process came. I said, right, okay, we will do the connection of ideas with technical know-how. There, we may not get the right answer, but we will attempt to do it on a right way. This is where the thought process came. So let us do something reality. So if you want to do something reality, what you have to do, you have to identify these actionable intent or the idea which is coming out and connect it to the technical people who are, or the skills which is available technically. So this is where we wanted to have a connect. This is where the thought process of voice of innovation came in. But then suddenly what happened is, people should not say that my idea is stolen by the technical, or the technical person has worked on my idea, but I'm not getting the kind of a benefit. This is where we thought about the IPR documentation. We have people in our group who are IPR specialists, right from Dr. Balaji Ganesh. There is a Siri Intan. There is a professor from Paraguay. There are a lot of IPR. Even Dr. Barbara knows people who are doing in IPR coordinations in Poland and all those stuff. So I thought, like, right, let us get that also into place so that we can give a clarity to this actionable intent that is being positioned as a reality and the technical connect. This is where I thought, we'll better do it. At the same time, see, spin-off is always thought as the requirement, but not every idea which is being made possible can be got into a spin-off, because it goes through a lot of process and it requires a lot of money involvement and coordinations. But we'll keep it as a point so that either we do it or we send it to people who are already doing it, or we'll send it to people who can facilitate it. This is where the background on which the total process of Voice of Innovation is being made. And as we conclude it as a real connecting tool, we, as experts for the last 2.5 years, we have been processing certain kind of a knowledge. We are nurturing certain kind of a knowledge. We are monitoring growth and sharing of knowledge in various forums, and we are also guiding it. So this is our strength. So why don't we use this strength to link the ideators and the project team, is where the Voice of Innovation really comes. Again, this is a virtual connection activity. We are not going to do it as a physical activity. Maybe if all things get settled with the coronavirus and people are willing to call us to their institutions or organizations to help them with, then we may have it as a physical connection. But for now, it is only a virtual connection for a real innovation connecting tool. This is the background on which the total thought process of voice of innovation has been made. Then coming to the crux, like, if you want to build a process, there should be participants. So the participants here are either individuals or team or as an organization. If they are individual or team, they should be institution backed, because tomorrow if they leave it, or they are not in a position to continue it, or they are doing even a pessimistic view about them leaving it, then we may not be in a position to lure them to get into back to the cycle. So we need to have an institution backup, which gives us the guarantee to proceed further. But this participant, as an individual or a team or an organization, they have to accept to collaborate and contribute for the success of the innovative opportunity arranged, because voice of innovation only creates an opportunity of innovation. But the real idea, and to make it reality, is between these two partners, the participant who gives the idea, and the participant who knows how to kind of make this idea to come true. This is the more important crux of this thought process. So now what can we do? See, everywhere there are forums, but voice of innovation will have a separate forum, which is called the need forum. Need is identified in two aspects. One, the requirement aspect and the capability aspect. Requirement means who has the requirement, and capability means who can do it. See, tomorrow we should not say this requirement is already known to this capable person, or this capability is already available with the required person. So that means we need to have a clarity on that. So requirement means it has two things. One, it is a problem or it is an idea. If it is a problem, we welcome it, because there is some activity which is already going. So it is always easy for us to do a kind of an innovation in it. If it is an idea, then it goes through some more iterations of making it real, because it has to go through a lot of additional things to make it as a problem, and then go on for a revolutionary change. So be whatever it is, we will pick a problem or idea, but a preference will go to problem. And then we will ask these people also who are going to be joining with them, that the capability delivering people, they should have the resources with them. They should not say, this we will do it through somebody else. Okay, if you want to do it through somebody else, it's not a problem. But we want to know whether you have the resource, whether you have the skills, whether your institution will support you, or do you have any external assistance to support this project. This has to be clearly defined. Only when we clearly define these and with a problem, then we can link these two people. So up to the time of getting the problem identified and getting to know about resources, skills, or institutional external assistance which is required, we are not going to link both these parties. This is where the process that will go through the World Resources webinar group, the Voice of Innovation group, right? So this reality statement is, we can assist these individuals or team or organization which are self-reliant towards a selected project. They should not depend on somebody else. They should have the skills to do it. Then only it will be better, because otherwise what college students are taking is, they are taking something big and they are depending on some other organization or somebody else to do it. No, if they are going to depend on somebody else, we cannot take it. Let us take something small and let us do something, and we can achieve it. Exceptional projects, in this case, there is something really a possibility. Then we can try to gather some kind of a grant through a venture capitalist or anyone, but we cannot assure for now, because we want to have only what the reality or the requirement is and the capability is, and trying to do it. And as the real condition is, as all these final year students in engineering or science or agriculture or veterinary, what these people do is, they have to do a project and let that project be a reality oriented. That is where our point of thinking stops. Here, coming on to the requirement. If you come to the requirement, the mode of collaboration, how an individual or an organization can come is, we will ask them whether you have a problem or whether you have an idea. And if you have a problem, do you need a solution? And if you need a solution, okay, well, what will be the thing, like, who will sponsor this? Because if your idea is there, nobody is going to be willing to take your idea or problem. you should have the intent of getting a solution. Then means, will you also sponsor that activity, or your institution will sponsor it, or do you want to have a grant required? If you want to have a grant required, that's the earlier thing which I said. If it is really possible, we'll try to help. Otherwise, we may drop this. You should have the sponsorship to do it, or your institution should have a sponsorship to do it. Then only we can take this idea or problem for the other technical group to do it. Why? Because the technical group is going to invest and they are going to do it. But the idea giver should not say that I can only pass my idea and I'll not support. If there should be a kind of a real connection, the materialistic connection between the person who requires it and the person who can do it should also go in, side by side. But amount of collaboration depends upon the team. We can, process it, or we leave it to the team to decide. Because unless otherwise they put some money into it, they are not going to make it as a reality. So we need to have them commit. To get this commitment, we are asking them, you can't really depend on some kind of a sponsor, but you have to do it, or your institution has to back you up. Similarly, for a capability. See, if you are capable with the skills and you want to just an idea so that whatever you do is saleable in the market, or you can reach the other part of the planet, then what you need to do, you should also be in a position to sponsor yourself. Normally, engineering students sponsor themselves, not a problem. But at sometimes there will be a catch, like they want to have a collaboration or connection to some kind of some other industry or company which is already in this, so that they can know how, or they can go there and try to do this work, or collaborate with them and do that work. Those things, those kind of connections, we can try to help them. But they should also be in a position, they should commit to sponsor themselves for this problem. So there is a kind of a sponsorship connect between the requirement and the capability, and there is a problem or an idea, and there are skills or kind of know-how that can be delivered with the problem or idea. So what VOI can offer, that is Voice of Innovation can offer. We can identify the requirement, we can identify the capability. These are within our limits, and we can easily do with all the experience we have got so many years. We can do knowledge facilitation. We can help them identify, come on here, this is where you have to do this, or this is the functional requirement, this is the technical requirement. We can help them on all those things. We can also position some experts from us to help them as guides, because this is only the great thing which Voice of Innovation can do, because many experts, college guides, they are all more towards their normal processing. Whereas experts like us, we can give them, or we can support from outside also to assist these boys or girls, or whoever the members in this project. They can be facilitated more, and we can also assist in progress review. This is where we want to limit a Voice of Innovation, and we can also arrange to connect IPR process, scale up, all these things. This is where I'm trying to limit the scope of VOI, but it can be increased if members think there's a lot of other things that can be added or subtracted to it. Coming on to the benefits, the general scope of VOI is, see, the best thing is we get to know the global problems that can percolate, so that we need not think this is not a problem, or we'll come to know more problems. Because when more geography is being covered, we'll get more people to be involved, and we can identify. And similarly, solutions can be tested in new areas. See what happens if a solution comes somewhere from Africa or Italy or South America or some Arabian countries. Then that kind of solutions can be made here, and the prototype can be tested in those new locations, so that our students, our people can also have an opportunity to travel and learn and really contribute from each other. So it opens up a scope for real online, the soil testing of that real activity. So they can learn from it. And we just create this opportunity, but this can spike out unimaginable growth prospects, because we don't know how things can come. It can offshoot to something more, or it can go to new ways of thinking, and it will create a kind of an international connection right from their college days or from a younger perspective. This is the best thing we can provide, and this is what did not happen in the previous generation. So let us give it to our budding innovators or engineers, right? So now, as a summary, if I'm going to say, see, not every project requires a money investment. So we will try to pick such kind of a project. Or if there is a money investment, it should be shared by these people who are party to it. Okay, that we are not getting into it. We are just going to facilitate like the knowledge transfer, the skill transfer and all those stuff. And we make an opportunity to make projects. We can help these non-English speaking countries like European countries, South American countries, Arabian countries, or even Chinese and all these areas which are free from the language hassle. Because let them not think English is required. Because here we are not going to talk many things. It's going to be real action oriented. We are going to take a real life problem. And when you take a real life problem, we are going more of thinking, dreaming of idea plus technical. This is where the connection comes for an innovation. This is how I'm thinking about the voice of innovation. Let me stop here and leave people to respond so that we can pick points. And then last, I have one summary, but those things we will talk in the last, right? Thank you for your listening. Now I leave it to you people to share your views. Yeah, Kali.
Yeah, I think it's a long presentation, and I think without taking breath, we kept on talking, prepared well. See, one basic thing I want to understand is what is the platform under which we want to explore this particular opportunity. That is one. Second thing is, how are we going to get access to all those countries which you have mentioned, to the students of those countries to come to us for the problem solving? This is the second question which we need to discuss. Third question is, this members of VOI, what benefit they are going to get other than contributing to resolve their problems, when their own institutes are going to help them and they are going to have the sponsorship identified. What role VOI is going to really play?
Okay, right.
Like VOI, there can be so many other people who can help them in technical development. So what is the USP? What is the uniqueness of VOI? Why people should come to VOI for getting the solution?
Okay, right.
So these are the things that we need to discuss.
Okay, let me throw out these points also. Okay. Should I answer this question and then go, or I'll pick some more points from others also?
Maybe others also can respond.
Yeah. Igor? Yeah.
It's clear for me, but I just have a question. Are we capable to do only technical projects, or we will be able to do techno-economical projects, including marketing, sales, and financial part of projects?
Okay, point well taken. We will clarify. Any other question, Suresh? Okay, maybe Suresh is having a lag of his sickness, right? See, coming to Kali, we are on the platform. On what we are going to talk is mostly onto the emerging technologies. We are not going to touch any of the previous technologies which are available. We are going to take only onto the emerging technologies or the new technologies that is functionally dependent also. Even something what happens in microbiology or in nanotechnology or in farming or whatever it is, we will try to take, but only which is new technologies only we are working on. One. Number two, you were asking about like, what USP we have on VOI connecting with these organizations. See, many organizations in as far as colleges, take anywhere in the world, not everyone knows everything, including VOI. We don't have everything. We only have connection with the people who are interested in doing it. And we can only connect again to experts whom we know. So this gives extra leverage to the existing academic institutions, where even if they don't know, they can ask us. And so we give a extra effort of calling. We can reach more people. because they have limitations only up to a certain circle, and they may also be in a circle like where we are. But the overlapping part is we can have a better reach, because whom I know and whom you know, if both are together being done together, if both are being done together, what happens is it gives us the opportunity to leap extra. Okay, so this is the thing which we can, because we also bring in industry into place. This is where we want us to, we can help in. Then coming on to Igor aspect, I know Igor was asking whether you're going to do it only with the technical or with the marketing and aspects, other aspects. See, marketing and all other things we cannot get in now. We are taking only technical. So if an idea comes, how it goes for technical. But the scope, if our people are willing to take marketing, or if our people have the opportunity to include more, then they can do it. So we are not going to stop it. But for now, as a thought process, we are stopping idea to technical, and we are stopping there. And see, the second part of question, what Kali was asking. Kali was asking, like, do we have the real connect with these experts? See, we can see everything. You cannot get it on one shot. Not everyone is also connected across with everyone. So we have one more opportunity, like industry, academic, and the research experience we have. We can try to get the researchers connected across, and then that research part can also help us to position us for a better contact and lead. See, if we don't know people, or if we don't have the people with us, we can still try to help, which otherwise a student level can never get. For helping a student level to get, we are trying to position ourselves to help them and do it. That is where why comes in.
Okay, my question was a little different. I think you understood differently. The first question, when I asked what was the platform, I did not mean the technologies. Are we going to reach out to them through WhatsApp as a platform, or are we planning to have kind of a website on Voice of Innovation, so that people know who are the experts available and what are the kinds of support they will be able to get from Voice of Innovation? So yes. Are we going to have some LinkedIn page?
Yes. No, we are going to have,
where the pooling up is going. So these things, that is one thing. Second thing which I asked is, when I say USP, yes, it is there. No, we are all there, and reaching out and collaborating with more people is easier when you have a platform already in place. But point is, what kind of experience we are going to provide, except for giving a technical input to those students. So do we have we need to look for even people who are entrepreneurs, who have succeeded in their startups and all, to be part of this forum, so that they also contribute something for the interested parties. How do they start the business? How do they scale up? You and me may not be in a position to contribute in that area. We may be in a position to contribute on a technical area. But when a proposal comes, when a help is sought from Voice of Innovation, it may be a multi-dimensional help seeking.
Yes.
So are we going to develop that kind of capability within Voice of Innovation? If not, physically we are not going to arrange for funding and all, but certainly the strategy, business strategy or startup strategy, if somebody needs that kind of input, are we thinking of doing it? And where are we going to lead it to? Because you have circulated that mail, giving some 2027 kind of thing, 5 years. What is the roadmap for 5 years?
In the last.
Yeah, what is the roadmap for 5 years, and what is that we want to achieve at the end of 5 years? Because that vision should be there. Otherwise, we talk something today, and after 3 months, it takes a different shape, and we forget about what we discussed today.
I think very nice. I thought that one we will take it in the last. We will go first.
Probably I would prefer to see the vision first, rather than going into whatever is presented by you till now. Because I want to understand, what am I going to contribute in the next 5 years?
What is in it for me?
What is in it for me as a contributor?
Okay.
Whether it is a financial gain or a
No,
not
let me open
financial
that
gain or a
slide.
financial gain. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me open that slide again, and from there we can stop line by line to understand what it means. Also, no issues. Wait. See, I've kept that as a last slide so that we really because that is more important. Because the last time when we rolled out Industry 4.0 also, we made it clear we are not going to go for making money through this process. And here also in Voice of Innovation, we are not going to make any money. But one thing, how this can go out as a big organization. See, 5 years is right.
But I tell you, sorry to interfere. If there is no intention of making money, is fine. But in the world today, if you want to offer something, people don't value you if you don't charge it.
No, right.
It is, academically it is okay, and known circles it is okay. But if you want to reach out to the huge public, if any service is offered free of cost, nobody is going to value it. Let us understand that.
Correct.
Okay, that is first thing. Second thing, let me complete. Second thing is, if there is no financial this thing, even tomorrow we have to launch our website, we need to spend money.
Yes.
And if you have to do somebody is have to travel, somebody has to access certain technology, somebody has to subscribe to certain apps, we have to spend money. Where are we going to get that money from? Okay, if we are not going to charge and there is no financial this thing, I feel the sustainability of this particular initiative will die down after 6 months. If there is no consideration for any of the participants in this. See, today every one of us may be interested, okay, technically, but after 6 months, it is very easy to close down this Voice of Innovation and start something else, unless until we have some consideration is there for everybody.
Maybe
that is my humble suggestion.
We have to think through on that. No, we have to think through like how to pull up money. That's right, one part. But my in a bigger view is like see, we are a social media kind of an organization. See, like if you take what LinkedIn does, or what Facebook does, or what even WhatsApp does, all these things are free access to people, because when people grow up using it, then the opportunity of making it into a big organization through a merger and acquisition, or making it.
I think Uma, you are taking it in a different direction. See, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Facebook does only connecting people, and they earn money, and they do earn money in that process. They have various streams of earning money, and we are not going to have a networking platform. We are going to use either LinkedIn or Facebook or WhatsApp or even our own website for developing that network. Network is something different. Okay, for even sustaining that network, you need to have a financial stream. Otherwise, the network will die down. Everyone will get diverted, because we are talking about 5 years, 10 years, and the long run, it will die down after 6 months.
Okay, which we have been seeing. Frankly, I don't have an answer now.
Our initiatives I
really don't have an answer, but we need to think through. We need to think
please
through.
Think through, because
you
just think of whatever initiatives we have been taking in this particular forum in the last 9 months.
As far as now, I'm investing my money into making a Zoom license, or getting a website or everything. But how long can I do it, and how much?
That is what I am asking.
Exactly.
Exactly same thing I'm asking. See, unless there is a financial consideration, you cannot sustain this, integrating people or collaborating with people and keeping the network live. That is first thing. Second thing is, as I said, if you're offering something free of cost, that will not have value at all.
Okay.
And that too, you want to do it in a global market.
Yes.
And the global market, something is available freely. You just see in any app or any software download, when it's available free, it is only a promotional thing which they make it.
After that,
after a few days, they charge. So you can now see there is a business model called Flame. Okay, first F stands for free. You give some certain things for free. Okay, and then they with the free kind of thing, they're attracted to this group. Then you create a lead and then charge, start charging something small amounts. And if it is going to be really getting converted into a business model tomorrow, or a startup is going to be instituted lastly, then this VOI should have some kind of income from because you are contributing.
Okay.
The IIT Madras Research Center. IIT Madras Research Center, the professors, they guide people at the incubation stage, startups to have a startup, to have the capital arranged, everything. But when it is getting a shape into business, all the professors who have guided, they're going to have some 1% or 2% or 5%, depending on their thing, as a shareholding in the business.
Okay.
I know recently there was one company, Nadi Software something, which was purchased by Bentley Systems.
Okay.
They acquired by Bentley Systems, and the professors who guided that Nadi, because that fellow is IIT Madras graduate who started that software company, and all the professors who were connected, they had their own percentage of share. When the company was sold to Bentley, they got their share.
Oh, very nice. No, this will come when it goes for a spin-off or a
correct. But
reality.
we need to. What I mean to say is, let us have a long-term vision.
Okay.
Let us not only discuss. Let us spend another week to discuss on this. But let us have a long-term vision, so that all the members who are going to get into this network, they know how they can proceed. Because suppose, for example, if I have to guide somebody to go up to the level of a spin-off, if I know that I can really contribute to create a business out of an idea, because I will have also interest to push it through as a business. If it is only a technical know-how I want to transfer, my interest also may not be 100%. That is human nature. Okay. So let us deliberate it on another 1 week also. Let us take some time. I'm not looking for an answer right now.
Okay.
You can float it to other people also.
Yes. We'll share this information to others. We'll get their inputs.
Yeah.
Right.
So as a long-term vision, what are the various levels in which our support is going to be, and what is the kind of financial model we want to follow? See, finally, VOI should be like an institute.
Yes.
We need to have a kind of an institution. That's all.
Yes.
And any institution, tomorrow we probably need to have rules and regulations to follow.
Yes.
All those things will come into picture later part.
Correct.
But we need to have a long-term vision. Not starting today, within 1 month we can start our activities. But as you rightly said, you are spending money for Zoom license. Tomorrow you will be spending money for creating a website and maintaining it. So these things, why one should do, one single individual should do.
Yeah.
As an institute,
we'll all join. We'll all join. We'll all join. But one thing is, I don't want to wait for others to straight come join. Instead, we'll show by example. Then we'll take people willing to join. This is where I was thinking.
That is it. That's okay. But see, this we have been connected for the last 9 to 10 months, at least 1 year. I've been connected with this group for at least the last 1 year. Okay.
Krishna, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I will have to leave the meeting, but I understand. I understood what you just said. So we'll be in touch, and I will send you some names for technical part of projects in following days. As you told me that I send you some names, I didn't know about technical marketing, sales, etc. So I will send you in following 4 3 days some engineers and PhD professors. That could be joined to our team.
Very good.
Is it okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you very much, and keep in touch. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Yeah, Kali. What you said is right. Accordingly, we will take it in the next forum.
You please float it out, because this is the initial stage. It's only a starting stage.
Correct.
So if we have to make it into a big one, that too, as you intend to take it to the countries where English is not spoken. Really, we need to think of various other modalities of reaching out to them. And see, one is reaching out and getting the project proposals. The another one is how are we going to really extend our support? So we need to have a local experts, and we have to assess the local experts, the capability of the local experts, because when they also don't talk in English, it will be very difficult for us to really assess their capability also. Just because they are professors or academicians in some of the universities, immediately, as you rightly said, many of them are very much process oriented, not really commercial oriented. So like that, we need to assess also. So how do we accept the people into the network? What kind of assessment process we need to sail through? Those things also we need to discuss.
Okay.
Suresh, you are there now, connected? Suresh?
I think Suresh has missed out. Right, Dinesh, any points?
Yeah, Mr. Dinesh is there.
Dinesh? Okay.
Sir, are you able to hear me?
Yeah. Any inputs, Dinesh? Yeah.
Sir, I was joined late. I'm sorry for that. But I found that what we are talking is like a startup, sir.
A kind of startup, yes.
It's a kind of startup. So recently, my student has tied up with IIT Madras. And as sir said correctly, they are giving all the facilities, sir. They are giving a system, laptop, land, all those things, facilities, what they are, the occupancy of 25 to 30 in a room, like that. They are giving all the facilities, and they are like they are giving all the inputs by the professor. And if they get signed, and if they get sales marketing, they should take care of it. And they got projects also, and they got amount. So in that 15% they should share to IIT, and 6 to 7% they should share to the professor.
Okay.
The rest of the money only they can utilize for the development of their startup, or else they can take. So like this only it is going on. So the big question mark is, if we get innovative projects also, in what ways we can support them?
Okay, supporting is required. As of now, I was telling Kali also, like monetarily
there
we
are
may
some
not support.
foreign universities. I don't know exactly. I got some information through students. There are some foreign universities which invest, which provide funds for the, like L&T is doing edutech courses, and practical information projects, like that. They are giving funding lot.
Okay.
So,
no, I will also find out from other friends of mine, which university is trying to fund. I'll try to find those organizations also. But see, this is quite a long shot, Kali. Like,
Yeah. It's not immediately you can start this.
Yes, it goes with a lot of promotion.
Is, yeah. My point is, see, we have been discussing on various issues, and we are last 1 year we have been trying various things. Okay, we started with the conference, went on with the webinar, we went for a contest. Everything we have been attempting to do, and we have been doing it successfully for some time. And we are moving forward, in an advanced manner. That's also good to see that we are moving to the next levels step by step. But let's have a long-term vision. Otherwise, every 6 months we'll be changing our phase. For example, the contest, whatever said and done, the contest is coordinated by all of us. Finally, the selected students are left alone.
Oh God.
So there is no incubation done, right? And though we promised that, there will be some incubation. So, culture doesn't talk about it now. We should not end up. We should not end up in such kind of situation. That's what my worry is.
Okay. No, your thing is positively taken. We will work on it. See, we want to make it a success. So we will not let any loose points in our thinking process. We'll take that. We'll see how to work on it. Yeah, Suresh. Final few minutes.
I have been listening to your voice because there was some break in my the system. I'm fully agreeing all these points. Both of you, right? Whatever you have actually demonstrated, it is 100% acceptable. And similarly, whatever that Kalirajan raised, all these doubts are really valid. So what from what exactly the academic institutions are looking at it? See, we have all this academic space. Okay, we spend a lot of time, energy, money on curriculum, teaching, learning classes, assessment, all this academic routine activities we do. When it comes to the incubation, so only very few institutions, elite institutions, when they have the team of students, they are able to do it. Not the other, the institutions, not the other group of students. So if you are able to make this breakthrough, if you are able to make affordable. You see, definitely the materialistic, the aspect is there. The financial path is very much required, but it should be affordable. That is what I am emphasizing. It should be acceptable, affordable by all groups of institutions, all groups of students. Then only we can reach bigger scale. This is what my feeling. Are you accepting it? Are you accepting it, Dr. Uma and Dr. Kali?
Yeah. See, it is
very important, but it should be acceptable, affordable by all types of institutions. Then only it can actually sustain. Otherwise, if it is always the entrepreneurial all these activities, they think that it is only for the richer group of the people, the students of bigger elite family, they can do it, but not for all the people. Everybody wants to get into some job and ultimately for their breadwinner.
Point well taken, Suresh. Okay, see, but we have only another 2 minutes because I planned only for 1 hour, posting. So what we will do is we have another 2 more minutes only is there. So let's wind up for now. We will find another day on which we'll take it up from this point, like whatever we talked, and then we will go up further. Is it okay with you?
Yeah. Let us digest whatever we have discussed till now.
Yeah.
And let us move forward.
Okay. Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you, Kali. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care, Suresh.
Yeah, Suresh. Take care.